Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Jump Out of Bed's vlog. I wanted to share with you an episode that I experienced last week when I was in Philadelphia. Now, the first thing that you should probably know about my trip to Philadelphia is how hot it was. In fact, there was excessive heat warnings, and a lot of the attractions, including some of the ships on the Delaware River, were closed because of the excessive heat. Now, excessive heat was 100 Fahrenheit, so for us Canadians that brought us into the low 40s, and on top of that it was 68% humidity. It was hot, and not being used to this excessive air conditioning, it's one of those things where the hotel where my conference was ridiculously cold, and of course when the sliding doors opened it was excessively hot. Those were good words for it. And what I kept saying is every time those doors opened and we went out, I would let out some sort of awful groan like, oh, it felt like walking into the turkey oven. And I probably said that every single time that we went outside. And of course, you know, for the majority of the day I was inside at the conference. I didn't have to worry about the excessive heat. But wanting a little bit of physical activity and not wanting to, you know, after sitting all day, you know, when you go to those conferences or workshops and you're sitting, it's difficult and it's tough, and having a bit of movement is great. So we waited till 10 o'clock one night, and it was still really hot. I bet you it probably cooled down, in quotation marks, till about 30 degrees, 33 degrees. And we decided to go for a walk just to get a little bit of exercise. And so I went with one of my colleagues, and we were about 45 minutes into our walk, which is quite a workout when it's that hot and it's dead heat. It's the middle of downtown, there's no breeze, and lo and behold, we stumbled upon a Dairy Queen. And it's like seeing water when you're in the desert. It's like this oasis of, like, you know, rubbing your eyes. Did I really see that correctly? Can this be happening? Because, of course, what a cool thing it would be to have some Dairy Queen ice cream on such a hot day. And I really should have filmed the video when I got back to the hotel, so you could have really seen how disgracefully hot it was. Imagine, like, totally sweaty, totally, glistening, and just dying for something cold. Now, the tagline, at least here in Canada for Dairy Queen, is hot eats, cool treats. And so this idea of cool treats and delivering on their brand promise and who they were was something that we were looking forward to. So we see the lights on in the store, and I look at my watch, and it's 9:56. And the sign on the door says Dairy Queen closes at 10 o'clock. And I thought, oh, by stroke of luck, we are totally in. And so we open the door and we go in, and a gentleman is just about to go into the back. And he looks at us and he goes, no, like, we're closed. And I can see the clock in the shop, and they're probably reading about 5 to 10. So clearly Dairy Queen is not yet officially closed. I've never worked in a fast food restaurant, so maybe they've turned off the soft serve machine. And all I can say to you is it was the biggest missed opportunity that Dairy Queen had. And the more that I thought about it, the more aggravated that I've been about the situation since then, is just really all the things that could have been offered. When I think, if it's true that the ice cream machine was turned off for the night, if that's even factual, he didn't say it, he just said we're closed, could you not have offered us a glass of ice water? I mean, you see these two sweaty, sloppy looking people who've been schlepping through the streets of Philadelphia on a night walk trying to get some exercise in the heat. The least I think that one could have done is extended this offer of just even a friendship, to say, like, hey, come on in, I'll offer you I have some ice water if you want. Or the dilly bars, they're always prepared and they're waiting in the fridge, and maybe they've cashed out. I'm not sure what the issue was. I was sharing this story with one of my clients the other day, and the manager there said, hey, if I was in charge of the Dairy Queen, I probably would have even extended my hours to get the customers who would obviously want to be attracted to ice creams and freezies and all of those sorts of things in that excessive heat. I think the sad part of the story, and the reason that I wanted to share it with you, other than my annoyance and anger around the situation, was the fact that to this individual, it was very clear to me it was just a job for him, and he missed an amazing opportunity to connect, to share what the brand of his company is of Dairy Queen, and to really make our day and make a difference, and think about what difference a story I could share with you today if I was really talking about, hey, this guy, he couldn't serve me ice cream, but man, did he go in the back and get, some ice and water for us, which would have totally totally been so amazing and satisfactory. So although it is a disappointing story and perhaps a bit of a rant for you today in your inbox, I want you to think about, are there the people in your organization that it's just a job, and the danger that that presents in terms of how they live out what you promise your customers, who you want to be, and the kind of service that you deliver. So if you're in the excessive heat region as you watch this, I hope you're staying cool, and I hope that there is an ice cream shop or a Slurpee shop nearby you that will give you the service that you deserve. Have a great day.